Welcome into Right Hand, Left Hand. I'm John here with Josh yet again. Second show of the week. Big week for us. 3 shows today being our Masters show. How you doing, Josh?
Doing pretty good, man. Can't complain. I had a good national championship game, I guess.
Well, yeah, I don't know if I'd say a good game, unless you're a Baylor fan.
That's true. Well, first I'd like to congratulate my wife and my cousin for their bracket win in our tournament bracket challenge. So they will both be receiving a right hand, left hand shirt with our beautiful faces on it.
Well, my beautiful face and your ugly mug, but
Yeah.
I digress. Well, congratulations to them. You and I didn't put up much competition, although I did do pretty well betting on the tournament. Brackets kind of seem like a waste of money at this point. But
yeah, I do it every year, and I suck every year, so I don't even know why I do it.
It's the fun. It gives you a rooting interest even in the games that you don't bet. Plus, I don't know, for me it's a tradition. I always did a bracket with my family growing up. My dad, my brother, even my mom would do them. And we don't really do it anymore, so it's always fun for me to get in on some of that with my friends.
And the people that know nothing about sports are the ones that always win.
Always, yep. That happened in my other bracket pool that I was in as well. But yeah, congratulations to them. Not much of an entertaining game. The Baylor plus 4.5 was never in jeopardy, so I did hit on my bet, although you were the one who got the outright pick right that we made on the podcast yesterday, so congratulations. You're catching up to me a little bit, but I'm sure I'll put you in your place.
Yeah, I think I'm like 3 back of you now, so...
Do you have our records on you?
So I've got this one. This is from our Izzy fight. You went 5-2 and I went 4-3. So that would bring me to 5-3. You 5-3, but you also did better than I think we tied actually on the last one too.
I don't
have those. Yeah. I don't have those numbers in front of me, but that was the one fight card I believe we differed in records.
So I'm only up by 1.
Yeah.
Okay, well, at least I'm still in my rightful place, but I'm sure I'll expand that lead. I don't know, what's the next thing. I mean, it doesn't really make a whole lot of sense to go picking winners in golf, but we got to think about what the next thing that we'll go head to head. Maybe NBA playoffs, we'll pick it back up or something, because there's not many team sports. There's regular season NBA between now and the NBA playoffs, obviously.
Yeah, and I know nothing about baseball, so I would be
no man. Baseball is lame. Yeah, baseball sucks. I don't like baseball, but anyways, back to things that we do like. I am looking forward to picking football games with you this fall. That'll be fun.
That will be fun. Speaking of football, how about our Panthers, dude? What do you think about this?
So Panthers traded for Sam Darnold. As of this morning, they've given Teddy Bridgewater permission to seek a trade as well. So it looks like Teddy Bridgewater's.
Did?
Yeah, they did. So it looks like Teddy Bridgewater's on his way out, which, I mean, I'm fine with. Sam Darnold's at least as good as Teddy Bridgewater. He's only 24 years old. He's still got potential. So I'm cool with it, I guess. If there's still a quarterback there to be drafted at number 8, I think they should go ahead and still take a quarterback. But honestly, Sam Darnold, I mean, the Jets are such a joke. That franchise has been such a dumpster fire for, probably 10 years.
You can go. I mean, since what, Rex Ryan was there?
I think
that's not saying a lot.
They were in the AFC Championship game in 2011 or 2012 or something was when they did those back-to-back AFC Championship games. And they just imploded after that, and they've been a disaster ever since then. So it'd be the most Jets thing ever if Sam Darnold just gets out of there and immediately comes to the Panthers and makes a Pro Bowl or something.
Well, he's definitely going to have a better offense, that's for sure. He's going to, even you showed me the numbers on that. I mean, you take Frank Gore over CMC? I don't think so. And, with Jameson Crowder, and I mean, Robbie Anderson was the best wide receiver on that team when they were together.
Well, yeah, he had Robbie Anderson, so he'll at least come from a starting point of having some degree of chemistry with him.
Exactly. And then, I mean, hell, DJ Moore, besides all the drop passes he has and fumble issue he has, he's still a good wide receiver.
Yeah, he is. He's really talented. He did a lot better last season than he has in previous years too. I think he's getting better. I think he's learning as it goes along. And without Curtis Samuel, his workload is probably going to go up. So it'll be interesting to see. But still
Yeah,
got a lot of
absolutely.
moves to be made in the offseason.
Yeah, I think you'll see DJ Moore get more of those end around handoffs that Curtis Samuel got.
Yeah, he's
For
good with the
sure.
ball in his hands. I mean, if
Hmm.
you can get him in the open field like that, he's a great run after the catch guy.
Yeah, absolutely. And I would say that probably the Panthers have a better offensive line than the Jets. I don't know who's on
I
that.
mean, that's not that hard, but
No, but
Panthers' offensive line is not very good though.
no, they're always been ass. I don't.
But that's one thing that having Sam Darnold now allows you to do is, like I said, he's only 24 years old. He's still got an opportunity to develop, right? Like some guys are. Joe Burrow's 25, I think. I think Joe Burrow is older than Sam Darnold.
Right. Well, he's still in his rookie contract too, if I'm not mistaken, is he not?
He is. This will be his 4th year, and then all first-round rookie contracts have a 5th-year option. So it's everybody's saying the Panthers are going to pick that up and have him for at least the next 2 years. Possibly look at contract extension. I suspect they'll probably see how they'll probably go ahead. They have to pick up the 5th-year option this offseason if they're going to do it. You can't wait until after the 4th season. That's before the 4th season. So I think they'll go ahead and pick that up, and then after this season, you'll see them look to either extend him or if they have a bad year and he's bad, then they'll probably have another high draft pick, and they'll probably go quarterback next year.
Kind of see what happened. Same thing that happened this year. Get rid of him, and just like they did Teddy.
Yeah, I mean, Sam Darnold's got a higher ceiling than Teddy Bridgewater ever had, though. I think.
Agreed.
He's good. He's a pretty good from an arm talent perspective. He can throw on the run. He can throw across his body. He can be accurate downfield. He didn't have guys that were open, and he didn't have protection. He's running for his life. There's no running game, to threaten the defense and keep the linebackers honest. Like, the Jets, plus their coaching. I mean, Adam Gase is a literal crazy person. So,
agreed. And I think Matt Rule's doing great things with the Panthers, man. I think he's going to turn that program or that team around. Let's say.
Let's hope so. I mean, he's known as a program builder. Honestly, I kind of wish that they had Joe Brady as a head coach, but he's probably not going to be there for long. He was already getting head coaching interviews after this past season. So, maybe they got 1, maybe 2 more years of Joe Brady if they're lucky.
Yep.
So it'd be cool to have him, but I think Matt Rule's a good coach.
Yeah, I agree. All right. You want to get into some Masters talk, man? Since this is what the podcast is about.
Let's do it, man. Hey, we got to cover all our bases.
All right.
Let me see if I can pull up some betting odds here for our Masters futures. I was talking to you yesterday. Well, I'll save that for my betting segment. There's a couple of 36-hole head-to-head matchups that I like. But we can keep the futures on here. Who the sportsbooks are afraid of right now? That is Jordan Spieth, man.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people put futures on him, last year, late last year, even last summer. For this year's Masters at like 40-1, 50-1 odds. And, now people are piling on him after the win last week at the Valero as well. His first win in 1,500 days or something, in 4 years, basically. And so a lot of people are all over Spieth. His game holds up well for this course if he can actually, play consistently from week to week here. But the sportsbooks have a potential to take a real bath here, and so they're putting Spieth. I know Caesars William Hill has Spieth actually as the favorite, and everywhere else seems to have him in the top 2 or 3 right there with Justin Thomas, John Rahm, Bryson, those kinds of guys.
Yeah, I'm kind of staying away from John Rahm that you brought him up, only because his daughter is actually due this during the Masters, and could be born at any time, and he's like, I'm leaving if it happens. So, and I don't blame him. I mean, that's a once in a lifetime thing, man. I have 2 kids, and I get it. I would not fucking be there. I don't care. So, I kind of stay away from anything John Rahm. I mean, his ownership's going to be really low in some of the DraftKings lineups that I'm going to talk about later on too. just because of that reason, I believe. But if he
Yeah.
plays the whole week, you could really cash out with him.
Yeah, I mean, John Rahm's one of my favorite players. I love John Rahm. He gets a little bit frustrated, a little bit emotional sometimes. He's almost kind of like Bryson, but not to the same degree. He has it a little more under control. He's not quite as likely to just totally implode on a hole, but he can get in his own head and miss a couple of shots. So I'd really like to see him win a major. I just think the opportunity for him, and we saw it with Bryson last year too, is the opportunity to just get frustrated with the course is too great at Augusta.
Well, and this is going to be a different course than what it was last year. I mean, last year they're playing I think it was November. I mean, it's a completely different course. There was a wet course. It's not going to be as hard. This is you're going to look and see some of the guys, and really some of the younger guys kind of struggle on this one, other than the ones that have had success, like Jordan Spieth, who was a past winner during this time period of the tournament. I look at like an Adam Scott, who does really well when the scores are not when DJ sets it at 21 under, when the scores are at 12 under, because he doesn't putt very well, but he does everything else better than anybody, essentially, like those guys like Adam Scott, even Phil. I mean, look at Phil. He's always played well at the Masters. And he's been playing a lot on the senior tour, and he just, he's got some momentum. And Phil at the Masters, he's won there.
Break, man. Get out of here with Phil.
I'm telling you, man. Phil's a sneaky play if you want to play him.
Lefty.
Yeah, I like Phil.
I mean, you could get better value than Phil Mickelson though, because his name is going to bump up his price, right? I mean, I don't do DraftKings, but just from what I know about
essentially, I think he's at like 6,200 right now, if I believe. Let me double check that.
Yeah, but you get somebody like Patrick Cantlay or even Colin Morikawa, kind of an up and comer.
Let's see if
in that same price range.
What I like is I actually have Corey Connors down there at that price range. I like him a lot.
And, he's up there. I thought he would be lower. I thought he would be lower than that.
And then I'm trying to pull up my lineup as we're speaking. But I have Corey Connors and let's see here. I like Answer and Victor Hovell, like those guys. Patrick Reed, past winner, and Paul Casey. Paul Casey's playing really well right now. I like Paul Casey a lot. He's in that.
I like saying his name in a British accent, Paul Casey. Man, that's the best thing about golf is just like, now I probably wouldn't do this during the Masters, but during like the Valero or something on Sunday afternoon, just napping to Vern Lundquist's voice or some, is the Immelman, Mark Immelman or whatever, the British guy. Oh man, love a good golf nap.
Yeah, those are great. I usually do that, but I haven't. I've been watching the race recently on Sunday, so that's also a good napping too.
NASCAR.
Yeah.
So droning white noise.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I watched the dirt track one last week. That was pretty cool.
Oh.
Yeah, they did
Tony Stewart killed that guy.
It is, but they did it at Bristol, the dirt track, and it was like still in like their NASCAR cars, I guess, not like the dirt. It was kind of weird. It was crazy how they did it. I was like, all right.
Yeah.
First time in years.
The only way you're going to get me interested in NASCAR is during a global pandemic when it's the only sport on TV.
So. I don't mind it. I've been doing pretty well in the DraftKings aspect of it. So.
I mean, yeah, I guess if you're doing DraftKings, it could be more interesting. I mean, it's fun to go to a race. Like I've been to a race before, and that was a blast. But watching it on TV is like a total snooze fest, which I guess makes it a good napping sport.
Exactly.
Right, fair enough. Valid point. But I actually care about golf. So like when I wake up, after an hour or two, and then the tournament's almost over, I get to watch the climax. So who do you think is going to be there on Sunday afternoon? Speaking of the climax.
Yeah, I mean, of course you can always go like DJ, Justin Thomas, any of those guys. But like that's your basic answer. Anybody can say.
Okay, you're cutting out on me a little bit, but yeah, you always expect
Say
Dustin
those
Johnson to be there.
guys.
Hmm.
Let me see. I'm trying to pull it up right now.
Yeah, Josh, you're sounding like a total
My
robot
computer's
right
acting.
now. Yeah, we're gonna take a break here for just a second, see if we can get this figured out. All right, welcome back. Technical difficulties. We were talking about who we think's going to be there on Sunday. I know you said the usual suspects. DJ, Justin Thomas, those kinds of guys. Who else you got? What do you think about Bryson, honestly? Because everybody's always, all over him. And that's what I was mentioning. You brought up course conditions last year. That wasn't really what screwed him over, though. What screws him over is, he hits a bad tee shot, and in a lot of courses, if he winds up in the second cut of the rough or something, he's so strong that he can just kind of power it out of there and really recover from that nicely. But here, if you're off the fairway, you're in the woods, and yeah, you're going off pine straw, but it creates some really tricky angles and stuff. And that's what happened to him last year. Is he ended up shooting like a 10 or 11 on a par 4 because he was just shooting provisionals and chunking shots over the fairway into the onto the cart path and stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, the Masters, they lengthened the course because of the Tiger effect. You don't have to hit it a million miles to win this course. I mean, Zach Johnson does it. He doesn't hit it nowhere near as far as Bryson DeChambeau. Jordan Spieth. I mean, he's a long hitter, but I mean, he doesn't hit it with DJ and Bryson. This is going to be all for iron play in this course and putting. It's going to come down to that. It's going to come down to putting here, essentially. Especially in the spring, the greens are going to be fast. They're not going to stick like they did back in November. It's going to be a different course. You're not going to see Dustin Johnson go out there and shoot 21 under. I mean, that's not going to happen again.
No.
I could see, Jordan Spieth. I mean, I like him going into it, but he's going to be a very chalky play.
Mm-hmm.
I like Patrick Reed. I know you like Webb Simpson. And look for guys like Sergio, Bubba, Paul Casey in that range, Adam Scott to do really well. If John Rahm stays the whole week, I like him. But my pick to win and get his first green jacket, my man Rory McIlroy.
Oh, nice! I'd love to see that. Yeah, that's a good pick. I mean, I'd love to see that. I don't know that I suspect that'll happen. Rory's about plus 1,800 right now, so if you want to take that, there's a decent return on investment. I'm gonna pick DJ to repeat. He's plus 900, so probably not gonna bet that. Just considering the odds of him beating out the field, but I do like Dustin Johnson to repeat. Now, if I'm going to bet somebody, I'm going to want to look a little further down the board at a guy, maybe like Rory. Definitely none of these top 5 guys, no DJ, no Bryson, no Justin, John Rahm, or definitely not Spieth. There's really not any value there anymore. I don't see him pulling it out. I could see him being, top 10, but I don't see him winning.
Yeah, and another sneaky play if his knee holds up is Brooks Koepka. I don't know if he's still questionable right now. I don't know if he's I know he's there, but I don't know if he's going to play.
Well, apparently he's saying the walking is the hard part, not the swinging of the club. And obviously, you're out there all day for 4 straight days walking around the course. So
yep.
I can definitely see where that would be a problem. He is plus 2,500. So,
and
decent
again,
value there with a guy like that talented.
But again, you're banking on, you're hoping that his knee holds up too.
Right, and I think that's baked into the odds. Now, if you're going to go down a little farther, I do like a Patrick Cantlay at plus 2,200, Patrick Reed at plus 3,500. Even Colin Morikawa. I know he's inexperienced, but he's about the same age that Jordan was when he won. So, he's young, but at plus 3,300, as well as he's played for the last year, he's really been the breakout star of the last calendar year in golf. So, I don't think there's any harm in putting some money on him, or even a guy like Daniel Berger at plus 4,000. So, but I am gonna go DJ as my pick.
Yeah, it's a good pick. I mean, it's a safe pick. Now, if you like the big hitters, also, just a sneaky play as I'm looking at here is Tony Finau. He was supposed to be the next big thing. So, we'll see. You could get good value with him too at 9,100 on DraftKings.
He had a pretty good year. Didn't he do pretty well that year that Tiger won, 2019?
Yeah, I believe he was. I think wasn't that the year he sprained his ankle too after he made the hole-in-one or something on the par 3 tournament.
Maybe. I do remember that. He was
I think
just walking down the hill and rolled his ankle.
Yeah.
And that sucks. Of all the ways to get injured playing golf, like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure he did it after he made a hole-in-one on the
That's what it was. Yeah, he made a hole-in-one, and then he was like celebrating and coming down the hill.
Yeah.
And just rolled his ankle. Poor guy. Oh man. That's sad, but also funny.
Yeah, it's I'm looking forward to this. I don't know if you want to, get like 5 players here, and then we do like a lowest score. I know you got DJ. I'll let you take that, and then I'll take Rory.
So lowest combined total shots.
Yeah, lowest total combined shots, and then if you miss the cut. If the player missed the cut, we'll just go negative 1 point on that. How about that?
Wait, what? Negative 1 point?
Yeah, negative one stroke.
If they miss the cut, then you only get the 36 hole score. You just don't get the.
All right, let's do that.
So you better not pick anybody that misses the cut.
I know, right?
So I got DJ with my first pick. You got who'd you take?
I took Rory. Yeah, I took Rory.
Okay, and you got first pick. So. But I did take the favorite. I don't know. You want to flip a coin?
No, you know what? You know nothing about golf, so I'll let you go ahead.
Oh, yeah. I wouldn't say I know nothing about golf.
How about I
think we've watched the same amount of golf this year, so that being none. I watched a lot last year, but I haven't watched anything this year.
Let's say that I'm the better golfer, so I'll let you pick first. How about
that? Now that is true. That cannot be argued. I am going to take Justin Thomas with my second pick.
All right. JT, huh?
Yeah.
Took my damn pick, you son of a bitch.
Well, you shouldn't have given it to me.
It's all right. You know what? I'm going to go with a chalk pick here and Jordan Spieth.
All right. A little risky, but got to risk it to get the biscuit.
Yeah.
What's that?
I'm letting you make all the big decisions.
Okay. All right. Well, I am deciding between 2 guys who are right next to each other, right below Rory on my futures board right now. I'm going to go Patrick Cantlay.
Kind of saw that one coming.
I've mentioned him a couple of times, so that's.
You have, yeah. You really like him, huh? You need.
I do. He's always hanging around there, man. He's always right there.
You need to put some money on him, man.
I don't know. I don't like betting futures. Like I like let the first 2 days play out, and then on Saturday, while the leaders are playing on Saturday, that's when I take my futures, because you can still get a pretty good price around plus 4, 5, 6, 7, 800 for some of these guys. Now maybe not a guy like DJ if he's up there, but that next tier of guys, pretty much anybody except for DJ, you can get a pretty good price on Saturday.
Yeah. I'm going to go with the guy. If he gets hot, he can and really gets the putter going. He could definitely win this tournament and has won this tournament before. I'm going with Patrick Reed.
Ah, nice. Okay. I am going to get the other guy that I was waffling around, Xander Schauffele.
That's surprising. I thought you would have went Morikawa on that one. I was really thinking that was happening.
Is that who you're taking?
No, I am not taking him.
Well, then I can still pick him.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna since neither of us wanted this guy. I guess you force my hand. I'm gonna go Bryson.
Bryson,
DeChambeau.
yeah. So I was
That
thinking,
one,
you know what?
that one might come back and bite me in the ass, though.
That's the thing. I'm trying to go with like, you know, after my first
Consistency.
couple of guys, I'm trying to go with guys that have high floors and
Right.
you know aren't going to miss the cut, right? Okay, last pick. Can't risk John Rahm or Brooks Koepka.
I know I love John Rahm, but if I get it though.
What
if
are we
you have
betting
your
on this, by the way?
We'll just say whoever wins, they get a point in the overall whiskey bet. How about that?
Okay, sounds good. Yeah, did we ever actually announce that the prize is a bottle of liquor at the end of the
No,
year?
we did not. So the winner gets a bottle of liquor of their choice. Me, I drink whiskey. He drinks whatever girls drink. So
No, I also drink whiskey. Plus, that's also sexist. That's very misogynist, Josh. It's 2021.
listen,
I know plenty of girls who drink
I'm
whiskey.
I am not ashamed to have a Bahama Mama or a rum runner. Okay, I had a rum runner the other day at dinner. So what?
I love good rum runner. Like rum. Rum's good.
I do too.
Okay, I am going to take Colin Morikawa with my last pick, though.
Okay. And this might be the sneaky play that I tell you all about. I'm going way down.
Cameron Smith.
Nope.
Corey Connors.
Nope. I am going to go with
Any day now.
Paul Casey.
Paul Casey. That's not that far down. Where's Paul Casey? Yeah, that's not that far. He's right next to freaking Lee Westwood.
Well, on mine,
Fuck, I forgot about Lee Westwood.
He's way down here on mine. It's 77,000. I'm looking at DraftKings.
Okay. I mean, he's plus 4,000 on the futures board.
Yeah, I was torn between Paul Casey and my man Louis Oosthuizen. You know, he always does.
Fuck, I forgot about him too.
He does really well at the Masters. You know, I'll never forget that double eagle he had on 2.
Man, can I swap out Xander Schauffele for Louis Oosthuizen?
Absolutely not.
What?
If you want, I mean, that's up to you. Do you want that? Is that what you want?
Maybe. I like Louis Oosthuizen. He's always floating around there at the Masters.
He is, man. That's why I like the Masters. You can kind of get somewhat of you can get pretty close to knowing who's going to do really well there.
Well, it's the most consistent course in golf. Like, as far as the names who are always there.
Well, I mean, it's one of the courses that they play every year.
It's always in the same place. Yeah.
Never changes.
Yeah.
Like the US
Whatever, I'll
Open
leave Xander on there. All right, so let's just recap real quick. You've got Rory, Jordan Spieth, Patrick Reed, Bryson, and Paul Casey. I've got Dustin Johnson, Justin Thomas, Patrick Cantley, Xander Schauffele, and Colin Morikawa.
I'm actually going to see if I can't get this lineup in DraftKings right quick while we're here. Let's see if that's even possible. I doubt it.
No, because you're going to have like Rory and Spieth are both going to be in and Bryson. All three of those guys are going to be in your top tier. So.
Oh man, I can actually kind of.
You're going to have to sacrifice at least one of those three guys. You could get Patrick Reed and Paul Casey and probably two of those guys.
And I'm going to take out DeChambeau.
I mean, that's what I would do.
And I'm going to put your man Louis in.
Louis Oosthuizen.
Mm-hmm.
What a fun name to say.
I love Louis. Yeah, I'll have to mess around with that. That's not a bad one.
Golfers and soccer players have like the most fun names to say.
Absolutely.
Maybe it's because all the announcers are British. I think I'm just biased, and I like saying people's names in a terrible British accent.
British accents are fucking awesome. I wish I had one instead of this stupid Southern accent that I got.
I mean, you said you sound stupid, not me.
Yeah, whatever.
All right. Well, we got another episode coming later this week. UFC card. Kevin Holland stepped in to fight Marvin Vettori. Any final thoughts on the Masters before we pop on off of here?
Oh, I can't wait. The par 3 contest starts tomorrow, I believe, or today. One or two, I can't remember. So
I think it's Wednesday.
Yeah, so tomorrow. So looking forward to that. If somebody you picked won the par 3 contest, sucks for you because that's very bad luck. Other than that, nah, man, I got nothing. How about you?
No, I'm good. Everybody enjoy the golf this weekend. Make sure you tune in for our episode on Thursday on the Kevin Holland Marvin Vittori Fight Night card. Got a really deep card that we're looking forward to talking about.
Yeah,
We'll see y'all then.
Hit that subscribe button and follow us on Twitter and Instagram. Thanks, guys.